this episode, we are answering a wide variety of Disney questions. This is episode 95. I'm Soraya.
I'm Aurora.
And together, we're just your average Disney travelers. Okay, so we have a list of questions that would be, there's a variety of questions in here. They're all kind of random. Aurora has not seen any of them.
No, I don't even know what exactly they are. Are they like trivia questions?
Not trivia. They're more like, they're not like...
conceptual?
They're like questions about maybe your preferences or what would you do or things like that. Okay. And I asked Aurora if she wanted to read the first one or me, and she said me to read to her, and then she kind of indicated she wanted me to read all of them. I think she's already checking out, but you're not, because I'm going to ask you.
I could read them if
it doesn't matter. We can take turns, or I can read them. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might understand better if I read them, but that's okay.
Okay. I'm going to just draw. I've got them all in a bag here, so I'm going to draw them out randomly. So the first question.
Uh-oh.
Ready?
No.
What's your funniest memory from a Disney trip? Or at least, what is a funny memory from a Disney trip?
I'm trying to think of something like that was funny.
Well, that would meet the criteria.
There was that time me and Dad went on Guardians with the guy.
Yeah, you shared that the last time when we got back. Yeah, the way he... Say that again. Tell the story.
Okay. So, every time I say it, it keeps getting different slightly.
Oh, that's normal, and that's what your father does anyways. That's totally fine.
Basically, so we're on Guardians, we're waiting in line, we're right at where the, door opens and you get on the lift. And Guardians has the little pre-shows, and, there's the whole thing of you raise your hand for clearance, and so before the doors open, the blue light comes up and it's like, raise your hands for clearance, and then you raise them and then you go in. So we're kind of waiting for that, and it's taking quite a while, an abnormally long time, especially since we're right there.
Yeah, it should have been quick, and it wasn't happening.
It's one thing to be standing in the line for a while, but then when you're right in front of the doors,
it's supposed to get moving.
Yeah, because you're the next group.
Right.
You are you have to wait a ride with length and then you're on.
Right.
And so we're kind of just sitting there or standing and nothing's happening. And then all of a sudden the doors open.
Okay.
And there was no raise your hands for clearance, the lights didn't change. The doors open.
So it didn't do the pre-thing.
Yeah.
It just opened without all that. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so the cast member walks out, and I don't remember most of what he said, but he's speaking super fast in the little intercom microphone thingy. Not intercom, that would
which
go
is
through the
sometimes
whole
hard
building.
to understand anyways,
Yeah.
but then when you speak faster, it's even harder.
Yeah. And he's just I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember anything.
That's okay.
He's basically saying, oh, it's all right. It's completely safe. We're going to explain later, and we're going to, load you on right now. It was, the fact that, he's just it's all safe. We're going to...
Don't worry. Just trust me. Get on the ride.
Yeah, we'll explain later once you're on. And so we're just okay. And me and Dad just it would probably been just better if you just didn't say anything at all.
Right.
And the guy was really funny and sweet. And he was just yeah, well...
Yep.
He joked around with us. So we all get on.
And it ended up being...
Yeah. So we get on and, buckle up. And he's saying, he just tells us that someone in the previous group didn't buckle correctly. And so they have sensors for that sort of thing.
Right.
And so they had to shut it down to make sure everyone's safe, and then because of that, they had to
restart it and go through all that, yeah.
But so he's doing that and all that. But then after we were all good, he like quickly like rapid fire like says like all the rules like keep your hands, arms, feet, legs. I don't know, like inside the vehicle or lift. I don't know. And,
whatever they say.
Yeah, that whole thing. And then he switches to Spanish and does it again rapid fire. And like this takes like 5 seconds for him to do like both.
Yeah.
And then we're just going, and then we just go.
Yeah.
And
you lived.
Yeah. And like after.
But it was just kind of weird, totally.
Yeah, and it was pretty funny. I remember like me and Dad like he was there when we loaded off, and we were like, "You were great." Like we really enjoyed that, and he's like, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah. Fun. I was thinking for you of the time, long time ago when you were little, and
I wouldn't remember.
Yeah, you will. When we were at Disney World and Donald Duck stole your stuffed animal.
Yeah.
What was it, a Mickey Mouse or what was your?
I think it was a Minnie Mouse.
Was it Minnie Mouse?
Yeah, because I was dressed up as Minnie Mouse.
Oh, that's right. He stole your Minnie Mouse plush.
Didn't he do that multiple times?
I don't remember. But I know at one point he took it and was walking away.
Yeah,
and I'm like, Aurora, you better go get it.
I was
ran
like
after him.
Completely oblivious.
You're like, what do I do? But yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
There's so many. I think that we've had some really funny encounters, like with Chip and Dale. Those have been funny memories. Yeah, I don't know. There's some good ones.
It's like that thing where you are asked something, and then everything that like connected to that thing,
it just runs away. Yeah, it's out of your mind.
Yeah,
can't think of anything. Okay, this kind of goes along with this, actually, because I think this falls under a lot of the same scenarios. Here's another question. Who is your favorite character to meet and interact with?
Ooh.
Although yours, I know what you would say.
And
do you know what you'd say?
Do you know what I would say?
I think so. Who would you say?
Maybe. I don't know. Because the thing is that meeting characters gives me anxiety.
Right.
And so, like, I just don't like meeting characters.
None of them?
Usually. I mean, I would, like, the characters, like, I mean, Loki.
That's why I thought
but I still get anxiety.
Right. But it's worth it for you because you like Loki enough. Yeah.
Oh, wait. I remembered something, maybe. It was for the last question.
Oh, a funny memory?
Yeah,
what is it?
I don't remember. It was in my mind. It had to do with the meet and greet.
Was it when he saw your out? Oh, no, not Loki.
I don't think so, but that was pretty funny.
A different meet and greet?
Yeah, was it? Who was it?
There was one point when we saw Thor and you were dressed like Loki, and I told him we weren't doing Get Help.
Yeah, but I don't think it had connection to, like, Marvel. Unless it was Spider-Man, but I don't think that was it.
Well, if you think of it, tell me. I was going to say for favorite characters to meet and interact with, there's the given ones. Like I've never, ever, ever done any Disney trip on a cruise or in land or world where I haven't met and made sure to go see Mickey Mouse. So that's definitely one of my favorite characters to meet, just for the sole purpose of making sure to get my photo with him every time. Not necessarily that it's any special interaction, just that I like that. We also have a favorite Tinkerbell. We love to go see every time we're at Disneyland. Shout out to our favorite Tinkerbell. We always try to make sure to see her. But aside from that, I think that sometimes the most fun ones to interact with are the villains.
Oh, yeah.
So the Evil Queen. Who else? What were you going to say?
I remembered Red.
Yes, Red. Red is really fun to interact with because she's
sassy.
She is sassy, and she's pretty new to the parks still.
Yeah.
And so, it's really, really fun. And also what I love about Red is she doesn't have, like, the other characters, they have their stories, their movies, whatever. She's solely from the ride.
She doesn't have any background.
So really, she gets to share with us things we don't know about her, you know?
Yeah. I think it'd be really funny if we kind of like talked about like asked her like background stories and like see like different like.
We should come up with some questions to ask her because I'm pretty sure. I mean, we almost always see her, so I bet we'll see her the next time we go. So, anyways, yeah. So I would say those, yeah. The stepsisters, Cinderella's stepsisters, the Tremaine family, Lady Tremaine, all of them. Those are really fun to interact with.
Didn't they try to steal me and Katie?
They did. Anastasia really wanted you. Actually, Anastasia wanted you to be their sister, and Drizella was like, "Yes, please take her." I think she didn't want to steal you. Drizella wanted you guys to steal Anastasia. She wanted Anastasia to come and live with us and be your sister.
I see.
Because she didn't want to have her anymore. Yeah, that was the deal there.
Yeah.
But I really like Lady Tremaine that told me, or told you guys to do all the chores for me. It's funny.
You would like
funny
that.
enough, that wasn't necessarily your favorite part.
I
It was
remember
mine.
it.
Okay, here's another question. If you could live in any Disneyland land, which would it be?
So is this like based off of like the land as in like what it's based off of, or is it like living in the land itself?
However you want to interpret it. Do you want it?
Okay. Well. That's a.
I mean, maybe you can answer for both. Like the one that actually is in the parks. Which one would you rather? And then if you were getting to live.
Okay, so like actually
lands.
in the park, probably Galaxy's Edge.
Okay.
And then in real life, probably.
Why Galaxy's Edge? I'm just curious. Just because you like
cool.
the new rides and stuff. And
It just looks cool.
The look. You know what? That is the least interesting looking one to me. It's like all plain, tan, brown,
but like
just like here.
But all because of color. You just don't like brown.
I don't mind brown as an accent color. I don't want it to be the only color.
But interesting because of like the texturing and like the mountains.
They do have good texturing. Oh, I think that Galaxy's Edge is amazing. I just wouldn't choose to live there for the looks of it.
Well, it looks amazing.
Well, I'm glad that you like it. So you chose there.
Yeah. Which is funny because if this was Disney World, I would have chosen Pandora, which is the complete opposite.
That's absolutely true. You're right. Yeah. And it is the opposite. And I would totally go with you there.
Anyways, but this isn't Disney World. That place doesn't get attention by us, from us. We're talking about
Not
Disneyland.
You could choose it.
And in real life, I would choose. Why are you laughing at me? I don't know what I'd choose because it kind of just depends on where I'd be in the world.
Yeah.
Because like with Marvel, like the Avengers Campus, like if I was in the Marvel like MCU, if I'm just a normal civilian, then that's no fun. But like.
So if I were living in a Disneyland land, the way they are, I'd probably go, it'd probably actually be like New Orleans Square so that I could go on Pirates and stay in the Dream Suite.
It's like living...
Because the Dream Suite is right above Pirates.
Well, yeah, but like you don't have to live in the land just... Like that can't be like the only place you can ride, right?
No, but if I lived there and lived in the Dream Suite, I'd have better access to it. And I'd have a view of the river, which I like, the water view. So that's probably where I'd pick if I was looking at literal lands in Disneyland.
What if we just lived inside Pirates of the Caribbean? Like we live amongst the gold. They have a bed.
They do. You just have to snuggle up to a skeleton to...
Yeah, underneath like the real like human skull.
Yeah. If I was doing one that a land is based off of, this says Disneyland Land. Do you think that California Adventure Park
counts? Yes.
Counts? Then it does. Then Grizzly Peak. I would choose that. Yeah, that's where I would choose to live.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Another question. Let's pull another one out of the bag here. What's your top tips for first timers?
Find a friend that's been a couple of times and knows what they're doing, and ask them for tips.
I'm not going to tell you tips. Go find your own friend.
Well, no, like
get your tips from them.
ask them the questions because giving someone tips can be such a broad
It's
thing,
true.
because like you don't know what they need.
Yeah.
And so like if you start if they ask the questions, then you know what they're looking for. You can answer the questions, but then you can also, like, the conversation is going, and then you can start telling them things, like, naturally.
True.
That, and get the churros.
Get the churros. Just always get the churros.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good tip.
Not all the carts are going to have the special flavors. Not all the parks are going to have the special flavors. Well, each park like Disneyland and then like DCA both have special flavors, but not both of them having the same special flavors.
Yeah, sometimes they'll have an overlap that's repeated, but sometimes there's not.
Yeah, and different like there's different like times of the year will have different special flavors. They can be pretty dang good.
Yeah.
Get the churros.
Get the churros.
Get the churros.
Just make sure you get the churros.
Yes.
Okay. I would say first, don't expect to be able to do everything. Just be happy with, go ahead and have a plan, but be flexible and just enjoy whatever you get to do. Absolutely enjoy all the things you're experiencing. Make sure that you're making memories and you're willing to just stop and take your time and enjoy an opportunity that comes up that's spontaneous. So that's one thing. I'd agree with you on the churros. And I think that also it's just be informed before you go. So kind of like talk to a friend, do a little bit of research. You don't have to research it out like super thoroughly, but find out what's going on right now, what's important to know right now. Booking with a travel agent will help with that if it's somebody that specializes in Disney travel, because they'll know and they'll be able to tell you. But if you don't do that, then you can do some research on your own to find those things. Just make sure you're going to reliable sources and you're looking at what's current, not things that have been outdated. Because there's a lot of information out there now that is very outdated because it was either before COVID or right after COVID. And things have changed so much month to month that, you have to make sure you are looking at what's current.
Mm-hmm. And I would like to add, get Tropical Hideaway stuff, like the food.
Eat at Tropical Hideaway and
if you
eat
can't
churros.
tell, I'm kind of hungry.
Yeah, everything is food related.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, you said that we don't give the love to Disney World. Here's a Disney World question. Yeah. At Epcot, do you go left or right to start World Showcase?
I don't know which.
Left is starting at Mexico.
Okay.
And
so
right
food.
is starting at Canada. They all have food. They do have food.
No, I'm talking about like good
for
food.
what you want, what food you like.
What side has Japan?
It's kind of in the middle.
Go left.
Go left?
Yeah.
Okay, start at Mexico and all right, Mexico and
because then you gotta maybe I'll go right because left sounds more interesting. Well, I don't know what's on the left side.
Like Norway and Germany and China.
Okay, and then on the right
is Canada and UK and France.
Yeah, left. Oh no! Wait, do I want to
Oh my goodness! It's just a quick yes or no question.
Well, actually, no. So left or right question.
It's true, and to be honest, I don't have a preference either.
Okay.
I will tell you what we always do. Well, not always.
Well, we always start left, don't we?
We most often start left.
I would say choose right, but because I want to finish with more interesting things. Not saying that Canada and UK and France aren't interesting. It's just that they're more similar to us.
Okay.
And that the others are not.
They feel more cultural to you?
They feel more different, and I like to see different things.
Okay, that's fair.
And so what I'd rather see, if I had to choose one side or other, not start off with, I would choose left. But to start off with, I just hit myself in the face. To start off with, I would start right.
Okay.
So then, yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, another question?
Yeah.
What are the best rides to ride at night?
Hold on. Incredicoaster?
Yes, that's my top one too. Yeah, Incredicoaster. Don't make that noise. Incredicoaster has light effects, that's lighting inside the tubes that you go through that you can't really notice very well during the day, and at night they're so brilliant and fun, and so yeah, definitely ride that at night.
Thunder Mountain.
Yeah.
I feel like any ride that's outdoors.
Yeah.
I will say, this is kind of random. I want to say it's one of the best rides too, but Indiana Jones, mostly because it's really weird doing it at night. I don't know why, but like
it's all indoors.
Being in Disneyland when it's dark is a very odd experience for me because I feel like it doesn't happen often, even though it happens every night. Like on our trips. I don't know. I feel like it's just odd because like I don't know. You're not usually outside when it's dark, and so we're outside, but we're also at Disneyland. I don't know, like you're in line in Indiana Jones. You got all the sound effects, all the jungly sound effects. But then like when you get off the ride, and like like the things like with Indiana Jones is that often like you'll see like bits of light from the outside world.
Right.
Because it's a ruins.
Yeah.
But like at night, it's all dark.
Right.
And so, but then especially like I have this memory of like getting out and like walking out but then it's like all dark and it was just like, oh, whoa, it's dark. And I don't know.
It's just a different
if you're weird like me, then that would be an experience. If you're not weird like me, then
and I hear a lot of people will say,
out.
a lot of people actually say that they think Haunted Mansion is better at night because then they come out and it's still night instead of all of a sudden the illusion being broken because you come out and it's day.
I feel like it's just more fitting and more atmospheric.
Okay, cool. I agree with you on Incredicoaster. That's my top one to ride at night. Ooh, I'm interested in your opinion. What about Guardians? Where you can look out through the opening.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because really, I feel like I don't remember what it really looked like, but I do know it was a lot less blinding. So I guess it is better at night. I just don't know if I would say like, oh, this ride's really good at night. Okay. It's just more like you're not blinded at night.
Okay. But yeah, definitely for me, Incredicoaster. And I also would agree about Big Thunder Mountain being a good one to ride at night. Another one I'd add on the list, I don't know that it's necessary. I wouldn't say that it's better to ride at night than during the day, but it is I think a cool one to ride at night would be the Pixar Pal Around.
I was actually thinking about that. That'd be like really relaxing.
Yeah, and it's cool because if you're not even looking at Disney, you can see the city lights. It's just like you're up high and give you a nice good view and everything. And so
I was wondering, do they does the Nemo ride,
the submarine?
The submarine ride, does it still continue at night? I'm assuming yes.
I believe so.
Do they have lights underneath? Wait, it's a screen, isn't it?
It's pretty much a screen. Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot.
Yeah.
I just sort of thought that they had like.
No, it's a screen. You're watching a movie.
I haven't seen it in a while. I think I'm remembering like old clips where it was like not actually. Now that I think about it, it is screens. Yeah. I was thinking about old stuff where you actually like see stuff underwater.
Yeah.
That they put there.
Yeah.
Like the dragon.
Right.
And so I was like, oh yeah. It's just like not like movement. You just see the scenes kind of in still.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now that I think about it, it's dark, so that wouldn't really, and not dark.
And I don't know if like you might see some to start, but then once you're starting to dive and they're getting into the story, that's when it goes to screen. You go under
a cave anyways.
Yeah.
So it's already dark.
Right, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, scratch that off the list then.
That's okay. Okay.
I tried.
Okay, here's another question for you.
Yes.
Which Disney cruise ship that you've been on has been your favorite? And we've been on the Wonder several times, or multiple times. We've been on the Dream, and we've been on the Magic. So 3 of the 5.
I do not know.
Okay. You don't have a preference?
Yeah, because I think they're all equally good.
They are all good. They each have some pros and cons. They all have slight differences that might give, for certain things, one an edge here and another an edge there.
If I had been on the Wish, if it was
Well,
already come out.
It has come out, and we haven't
If
been
it
on
has,
it yet.
if it had come out before,
Yeah.
then probably that one.
Yeah, probably.
Because it's a lot different.
It is much different than the others. Very unique, gorgeous, pretty cool. But you're right, we have not been on that. And I can't say how soon we will. I would love to, but it takes off from a port that we don't often go out of, and
What's the port?
It's expensive. Oh, it's only Port Canaveral, but we are more often. It's in Florida. It's where we sailed to the Bahamas from on the Dream.
Yeah.
But we usually most times are sailing out of the West Coast. But that's okay.
Yeah.
Occasionally we'll do it. Eventually we'll get on it because, well, at least eventually I'll get on it. I don't know about you. You might be so old that I won't pay for your trips anymore.
What?
We'll see. Okay, do we have time for one more?
Sure, I don't know. I don't have the time.
Yeah, let's do one more. If you could work for Disney in any aspect, what would you want to do? And it doesn't have to be like in the parks. It could be behind the scenes. It could be business stuff. It could be marketing.
I would be marketing.
Some people would.
No, I'm not trying to mock. I'm not mocking them. I'm mocking me pretending because I wouldn't do that.
Okay, what would you want to do?
I would be an Imagineer and come up with concepts and things.
Concepts for rides?
Yes, and things.
And things.
Like lands and things.
Okay, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Design your own lands and attractions and experiences. Mm-hmm. That would be fun. And then help them come to life.
Hopefully.
I think for me, I would like to do something along the lines of, I don't know, either training somehow, like I don't know, just being more on the business end, but helping to share it with others, like teaching others either, I don't know, whether it's travel agents, because that's what I've done, or actually I also have often thought if I had comfortable shoes, I'd really love to be one of the tours, one of the plaids.
You can be one of my plaids.
One of your plaids? You're going to have multiple plaids?
You can be a plaid for me. Like, you can be my plaid.
Be your personal tour guide?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that'd be fun. Just because I love it and talking about it and sharing it.
Like, they're, like, the plaids are, like, cost a lot, but do they get paid a lot?
Probably not. I don't know. I have no idea. But
you can give me a discount.
So it depends on, like, we always talk about the plaids being for the VIP tours. They have other tours that people wear the same uniform when they're doing the tour guides, and they're not nearly as expensive. So doing like a Walk and Walt's Disneyland Footsteps tour.
Well, would you be a VIP plaid or a other plaid?
Either one. I would do either.
Because I think if you were like a VIP plaid, then you would get to learn a ton of stuff.
Oh, you get to learn a ton of stuff no matter what.
And it'll be like different each time, slightly. Because like, well, actually, yeah, because it's all up to the family.
Well, when you're a VIP tour guide, you're more like just kind of walking them through the parks and getting them on, like, really quickly onto rides and things. When you're an actual, like, tour guide, like Walk and Walt's Disneyland Footsteps, you then are sharing information. Well, so the VIP tour guides may have information, they may not. They'll share whatever they know about the areas, but it's not like there's a specific tour.
Well, yeah, but the thing is that it's going to be like a bit different because you're not doing the same thing over and over.
It would be nice to have something that's different every time, yeah.
Because like,
I thought of another thing I could do.
Information as you want, and knowing you'd probably do a lot of research beforehand, so then you are able to spout out information.
Huh, probably. But here's another thing. Here's another thing I just thought of. I would also do. I would be gladly. What?
No, you wouldn't be a skipper.
No, I would gladly drive the minivans in Disney World. Like, that basically be Disney's personal Uber drivers, you know,
just because
or
it's
Lyft,
mini.
I guess.
Like if it wasn't Disney.
Well, no. Yeah, I would actually, because I thought about it. I was like, oh, if we ever lived here, maybe I would do an Uber, or be an Uber or Lyft driver, and really just try to place myself around the Disney World area, so that way I could just, because that would be so fun, just driving people to and from their vacations. You could talk about, you know, their excitement on the front end, or their favorite parts on the back end, or all of that. It would just be fun. But yeah, so I could see doing that, doing minivan, driving people around the parks property and everything. I also, if I was going to do something in the parks, I could totally be fairy godmother.
Yeah, you could be.
I'd be the fairy godmother and totally gush over all the princesses. And
you already do that.
I do. Might as well start getting paid for it.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay. Well, that was fun. We've still got some more questions we can answer another time, but that's it for today. So we'll sign off. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk with you next week.
See you.